Oh, nope, we're starting on that one. I was pointing. Which camera? This
I know
one,
you.
over here.
I know you.
Good morning. I'm Jen Dalton.
That was remarkably synchronized. I am Bob Herzog. Thank you so much for hanging out here on ARC Cincinnati. We have friends. We have friends. Some say, we are living right now through a golden age of television. But how often do you find yourself, and I was just describing this to our friends, where you're just scrolling. All you do is scroll to find the perfect series.
Yes, well, this morning we are chatting with our friends, the cinema guys, who have some TV recommendations. A lot of times they're here talking about movies, but they do a lot of TV as well, and there's so much to watch.
Oh, so much.
And these days, movies and TV are kind of blended, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like sandwiches and tacos.
No. There's TV and there's... I take it back. No, I take it back.
They're very divided on that, by the way.
Yeah.
You're all about
it's a
sandwich.
sandwich.
Yes.
Sandwich
You
is
say no
sandwich,
sandwich.
a taco's a taco.
No.
Yeah.
No.
All right, but that is an interesting point, though, because anymore movies are being produced directly for Netflix and are not even coming out here, there, everywhere. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah. What do you guys watch? What do you look forward to when new things come out? I know there's our
Or what's
staples.
your streaming service that you
Yeah.
always watch from?
Oh, that's tough.
That's tough because I bounce. I mean, I'm a very Apple TV Plus person. I'm doing
Same.
Palm Royale right now.
I'm doing Palm Royale too. I love
it's so
it.
bizarre.
I
It's
love
like
it.
I love
I
it.
feel like they're a level up on
Yeah.
Apple.
I do
you know what I
too.
mean? Like
Yeah,
I
I do
feel like
too.
their
Well, they
series.
got that Apple money.
They do.
But
have
I feel like they have a couple good ones, and then there's like a period where they're like, there's nothing on.
Where you're gonna wait.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Severance.
Severance. Cannot give me season
wild.
2
Oh
of
my
Severance.
God.
I need to watch that one.
What's the other one on Apple TV with Harrison Ford and?
With the
Shrinking.
Shrinking, yes.
heard that
Shrinking
one
is
too.
so good.
There's
There's a
love
new
that
one
one.
on Apple TV Plus, Dark Matter.
Oh.
There's just 2 of them out right now. It's Jennifer Connelly.
Right.
So good.
Okay.
Okay.
Check
I
that
think
out.
the new one comes out today, the 3rd one.
A little late, but did you watch Fallout on Amazon Prime?
No, but that crushes. That
It
has
is.
been
It
killing,
is
like in
so
terms of
good.
numbers.
So good.
Did you do the video game
So
first?
I did,
did
but
not.
it doesn't really matter because like the video game didn't really have a narrative anyways. It was just you're in the world.
This is what we're seeing right now. See, I don't know anything about it.
It is, and I usually have things I watch and things that I'm like me and my wife watch, and she usually
I
wouldn't
get
watch
that.
something like this. But I was telling her like, hey, this is so good. And it looks a little overly sci-fi, but it's really, really well done. And there's like these new young actors that we don't know about.
That's Baby Billy.
And Uncle Baby Billy from
Uncle Baby Billy.
Walton Goggins.
Goggins.
Yes,
Yeah.
so good. I will watch anything that he does.
Yeah, he's
ever.
great.
But anyways, this show was like, I was like, okay, I'll check it out, the video game, but I was
really
like
good.
riveted.
Okay, you sold me. I'm going to watch it.
You want to
That
talk
was
about
tough.
hit and miss with video game stuff.
Yeah.
They either crush
It's
or they're
usually a
just
miss.
dogs.
Dungeons and Dragons was terrible.
If you don't like the first 5 minutes, then the first 5 minutes I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to love this show. It's so good. It's
I found the first episode tough.
Oh, really?
Because it was a little stressful.
There it is. There's the whole talk of the
There it is.
sandwich, right? We're right back where we started again. There were a couple announcements recently about the stuff that's getting ready to start back up. House of Dragon, I think, has another season on the
Very
way.
excited about that.
Did you watch Game of Thrones
Yes.
and did you watch season 1 of Dragon?
Yes, and I read all of them as well.
Did you really? Good.
Yeah.
I read the first one and I enjoyed the read.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you're going to read one of those, you better have some time.
Yeah. They're not my favorite books.
Okay.
We'd like to talk about books a lot because we're big book people.
Yeah.
But yeah,
My
not my
Lord,
favorite
how do you have
How do you have
time
time to
to
watch
both
and
read the
read?
things
I know.
and watch
I
them?
don't sleep.
Parents and
I watch
I
everything.
listen to them. When I do things, I listen to a lot of
Super smart.
audiobooks.
Yeah, this is my full-time job. There's things I can listen to. But then there's like Shogun that just came out.
Which is supposed to be awesome too.
And it's good,
Shogun's
but
really
you
good.
can't. That's not a do work, and you have
You
it's
need to
be
subtitled
focusing.
mostly.
Okay.
And so, but it's so beautiful and rich, and not what I thought. I thought it was gonna be like Last Samurai with Tom Cruise or something like that. It is really political and religious and all these things that I had no idea was going on in the world at that time.
Another political one, Three Body Problem.
Heard about that. Heard about that one on Netflix.
Good.
Yeah, that one's
So
based
good.
on a book too, is it not?
Yes.
Very
Yeah. And it appears-
controversial book.
Yeah.
But it's so good.
Yeah, oh, so good. There's another one I just heard about, and it just came out this year, but I was listening to a podcast with Emma Stone, and she was like, oh, I just did a sitcom. I was like,
Oh, The Cure.
no, The Curse.
The Curse, sorry, The Curse.
and-
The Curse is one of the weirdest shows I've ever watched, but that guy in
so
it is one of
good.
my favorites.
What's that about?
They're like a fake TV like hosts for like a reality TV show. They're redoing houses.
And they're
it's
weird.
Like,
they're just weird.
Weird.
And it's based on a real thing that happened to the guy who created it. They were doing something, and this little girl came and
Nathan
cursed
Fielder.
cursed them. and he thought that was funny, and that's the real story. But in this, a little girl comes and curses them, and the guy takes it on and feels like they're cursed.
He did another show called The Rehearsal, where he literally takes like a scenario of like, if I was nervous to talk to him about something special, he would rehearse it for months with the person in a set that was exactly how the set of the location would be. It's wild.
What's that on? What's that streaming?
Max.
It's a weird. Yeah, it was. However, it was weird to find, but it's really good. I just like Emma Stone.
I say, and by the way, Emma Stone will do some weird stuff.
And that's
like she'll try some things.
Yeah, so good and weird and dry humor, not like laugh out loud.
No, kind of and not safe for work.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Speaking of.
Bridgerton.
Ooh.
Today, right?
I'm so excited.
Today, the new season.
I've rewatched the first and second seasons recently because I'm very excited.
So I know that it's a thing.
I do too. I'm the same.
I have not gotten into it
and I know they're all
so
very
excited.
good-looking people in it.
With sometimes very little clothing on, is my understanding.
British?
Sometimes.
It's a British
Sometimes.
It's not Game of Thrones
level
of nudity.
Okay.
It's a little
But
more
it's
tamed
there.
back, but it's there.
Okay.
Is it Downton Abbey-ish, right?
Yes.
I have
kind
not
of.
watched it, so I don't know.
Yes. I'm the only one here who's watched
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're a
But
big
it's-
believer. Like you really, really like it.
I really like it, but I've not read the books because I'm not that into it. I just really I'm a Pride and Prejudice when I'm sad girl. So I love this kind of era of things.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any other sort of recommendations? You've already just sort of railed off a bunch of them. Is there anything else that just kind of pops for you right now, or is there something that maybe came out several years ago that you have just recently gotten around to?
Oh, that's a great question.
Because
we
I
were
feel like
talking
that's
about-
where I'm living. Is I'm trying to catch up all the time.
Oh, viewer comments, and one of them is something that I'm very into. Lisa says when it comes back on this fall, Only Murders in the Building.
Oh, love.
Right, it's a great
so
show.
good. Steve
so
Martin,
good.
Selena Gomez, Martin Short.
That's a watch with the wife show. So she doesn't like violence, especially at night. Like so, we do light, and that one's light enough to. It's kind of got an edge, but also fun.
I never watched that one.
That's really good.
It's so fun.
Really?
So
That
good.
good?
Well,
Yeah,
and
I
the
saw it.
cast keeps getting better.
It does, and I thought, it'll be fun. I'll watch it, but it's really, 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 really good.
The chemistry between the two of them, between Martin Short and Steve Martin, and then also
And
Selena
Selena
Gomez.
Gomez,
Like you
it's
didn't know how those pieces would
Interesting.
fit, and they do. Really
so
well.
good. A really good show. It's only 6 episodes. Came out last week, and it was live on Netflix. Was John Mulaney. It's called Everyone's in L.A.
I've
and
seen
it's
clips.
like a talk show that he kind of made that was live last week, and it's all about L.A. But all these wild celebrity guests come on, and it's kind of really bad, but like good bad. Like they kind of make fun of how
Pete
dumb
Davidson
the show
was on.
is.
Yeah.
Pete
Davidson was on.
Jerry Seinfeld.
They've all been on.
Like everyone, and it's weird, but it's really enjoyable. Like I was like, oh, this is really fun to watch. And it's John Mulaney. So if you like him,
then it's going to land right.
But
Mary has one that is a personal favorite of mine. She said, "I am the kind of person who rewatches shows to death. I'm rewatching Psych for the 100th time.
Same for The Office.
I love Psych.
You like Psych?
I could not love Psych.
I didn't
I
watch
watched.
it.
I tried to watch it.
either.
I couldn't get into it.
It's sort of episodic, right? Like
It is. There's Murder of the Week. You know what I mean? Kind of thing.
But in the same vein, Criminal Minds is coming back. And I could rewatch Criminal Minds
Criminals
every day.
all the time. Okay.
All day.
Yeah.
And it's coming back for another season.
I think Psych just lands for me so well because of the references. Like the main characters are like they graduated from high school in '95. I was graduated from high school in the '90s, kind of a kid. You know what I mean? So when they're referring to '80s movies and different things, I'm like, bah, you're hilarious. You know what I mean? I feel like some of those shows, that's why they land so well.
I'll need
That's how Psych
That's
is
another
for
one
me.
on my list. This is one that should be on your list. Chris says Palm Royale is so good, so funny. Carol Burnett is 91 and still great. And I
Carol
agree.
Burnett?
Yeah, she's
in
in
it.
it.
Carol
and
Burnett?
She's so good.
So good.
I don't know what the show is.
I don't even know how to
It's
describe
Kristen
it.
Wiig.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
I
you
love
do
Kristen
it.
Wiig.
So Kristen Wiig she wants to get into this really socially elite, like country club in Miami. It's in Miami, right?
Carol
Their home?
Burnett's in the country club,
And
clearly,
well,
right?
no, she is this woman's mother-in-law. I guess.
Okay.
And she's
aunt
not
or
rich,
something, yeah.
and she has to get money and sponsors to get in, and so she
Okay.
kind of uses the social hierarchy.
And
to
Ricky
get in.
Martin is in it,
And
and
Ricky
he's
Martin's in it, and
fantastic.
he's
Ricky
so
Martin?
good.
Yes.
He's so good.
Which was more surprising for you, Carol Burnett or Ricky Martin?
Definitely Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin.
Ricky
Okay.
Martin is
really
so
good.
And that he's good. Is also
He's
there.
doing such a great job. I
You
love
kind of
him so
had
much.
me, but Ricky Martin, my.
No, he's perfect for this
Is
role.
it like
is
what's
perfect.
the other show with all the rich people? on the island, and they're doing another season. White Lotus.
Oh, White Lotus is
Oh,
so
no,
good.
it's nothing White
haven't
Lotus.
Nothing like that.
I love
Nothing
White
like it.
Okay, see, I tried that, did nothing for me.
I loved the second
love it.
season. I didn't like the first season.
I struggle with shows where I don't like anybody, and that's how White Lotus was for me.
Yeah, you don't like
I don't
them.
like any
Yeah.
of you people, like none.
I'm there for the drama. I like to watch all the crazy people.
I got that. I
crazy.
get that. I get that.
That reminds me of like Fargo. Do you watch Fargo?
No.
Because every season of White Lotus is a new cast, a new sort of like story, and
Yeah.
same with Fargo.
But different decade
John
or different
Hamm,
whatever.
season that just happened. Like,
Yeah.
you can watch them all. They have nothing to do with each other.
Oh, okay.
You could start. I think
Okay.
you start sooner, and each season got better. The John Hamm season is amazing.
There's just so
Amazing.
much.
Yeah.
It is a lot. It's overwhelming sometimes.
It is. There's always things like Susie. Susie says, I'm on a documentary kick.
Love a
I
documentary.
just browse until something catches my eye. Netflix has some very interesting stuff. Do you guys like documentary stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
She
I very
does a
much do.
lot. I do.
I do.
But they stress me out sometimes because
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't like our world.
What's that
sometimes.
one that
I know.
Yeah.
And there's so many about murders and death.
Everything's
and,
about
yeah.
serial killers and murders.
But they're not all like that. I always recommend, this isn't a TV show, but do you guys ever see My Octopus Teacher?
You love
I will not
My
watch that.
Octopus
No, I
Teacher?
can't do it. Animals, I can't do animals and children.
What
so
is
like,
this?
Really?
I can't
It's-
do anything with animals.
It's
They
quite a
make me feel
thing.
too much
This
for
this
them.
guy develops a very real relationship with an octopus.
Like,
Not that
But they
real.
didn't
but-
win an
no,
award.
no,
Oh,
not like
okay.
that.
Didn't it win an award?
It did.
It did.
won
Yeah.
lots of awards.
My
It was
octopus
My
teacher. It's about a
Octopus
real
Teacher.
guy who has a real relationship
He's
with a real
he's a
octopus.
cold diver. Like he dives into the like it's
Yeah.
a specialized type of diving where he holds his breath for like I can't even remember how
Yeah.
long. But he
Crazy.
meets this octopus and develops
They're
like
friends?
this. Yeah, and he's having
Ish.
these mental health
For real.
issues, and this octopus like helps him get like it's incredible.
Does it touch
Have
him?
you, there's a
Yes.
book,
Eventually,
That's
yes.
the weirdest
Like
thing,
no,
like,
no,
it
but
was-
it like comes to him
what
eventually.
I thought.
yeah.
Does it
There's a
touch
book
him?
called Remarkably Bright Creatures. It's kind of along the same lines that I'm reading right now. If you liked that, you'd probably like that book.
Yeah.
It's a good
Okay.
book.
But I just wanted to say that
Throw
because
in the
they're not
book
all
thing.
they're not all sad.
No.
You know.
Yeah.
There's some happy
There's
ones.
some or about murders or whatever.
We,
Yeah.
we love when you guys come in.
Yeah,
by the
thank
way,
you.
I mean, summer blockbuster season is kind of upon us, so we need
Yeah.
we need to
Yeah.
have you guys back
Yeah.
as some of the bigger
Yeah.
I
flicks for the
just
summer
watched
start coming
Kingdom
out.
of the Planet of the Apes.
Did you please tell me you loved it? Because I love them. I love the new series.
It's not getting good reviews, but I love all of them.
Me
Even
too,
the old
kinda.
ones
Yeah.
and the Mark Wahlberg
scare
one.
me.
Like I love
They
them
scare me.
all.
I
I did love the Wahlberg ones.
I liked it. I thought it
Okay.
was really good.
Scary.
It was-
Can't do
was-
it.
She can't do that.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. But we'll have him back to talk more about
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
stuff.
All right.
Sure, you can stop watching, but let's be honest, you want to know more. Tap the links or even better, click subscribe to stay in the know.